12 bizarre ancient Egyptian medical beliefs and practices. A special thank you to everyone watching, especially our newest subscribers. From our 11 Amazing Museums of Mythical Creatures video, Jojo Ali writes, "You're doing good, Queen. You done gotten yourself a new subscriber." Yay! Thank you, Jojo. Much appreciated. Number 12. Ancient Egyptian Reiki. The New Age movement of today has made the practice of Reiki, also known as energy work, widespread. But as usual, ancient Egypt was way ahead of us. The doctors of ancient Egypt utilized a broad range of practices in order to heal. One such practice involved trying to find ways to unblock the channels or vessels found inside our bodies. Ancient Egyptian Reiki was focused on opening the chakras and spiritually balancing them. They would utilize the powers of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit to help heal their patients. Techniques such as rhythmic breathing, sound vibration, and negative energy draining have all been documented in ancient texts of Egyptian medical treatments. Number 11. The heart. Ancient Egyptians believed that the heart is the most important organ in the entire human body, for they believed that the heart contained vessels which were connected to all four limbs. The heart, the pulse, was the source, speaking to every part of the body. When Egyptians were in the process of mummification, they would remove all of the organs except for the heart. Heart scarabs were manufactured in Egypt and were designed to be placed over the heart of the deceased. On one side, a carving of a scarab. On the other, spell 30 was inscribed. Here's an image of one of these cryptic scarabs of the heart. Number 10. Medical tools. The medical and surgical tools available and utilized by ancient Egyptian doctors might astound you if you only knew how similar they are to our modern-day techniques. Many ancient texts make reference to knife treatments, which are thought to be surgical procedures. The ancient Egyptian doctors had many surgical tools, including saws, forceps, scales, shears, hooks, spoons, drills, a graduated cubit or measuring rod, shears, and of course, knives. Number 9. Specialized doctors. Most ancient physicians were best known to be jack of all trades, but evidence has shown that Egyptian doctors sometimes focused on healing only one part of the human body, much like the specialists we have today. This early form of medical specialization was first found noted in 450 BC. A traveler and historian, upon visiting a major Egyptian city, commented that Egyptian doctors were healers of one disease, no more. Some of the eye, some of the teeth, and some pertain to the belly. For example, dentists were known as doctors of the tooth. Number 8. Ancient record keepers. Ancient Egypt is considered to be the dawn of medical care. Through a process of trial and error and some of the earliest ideas of basic science came our earliest written records of medicine. Egyptians had a system of mathematics which helped scientists make calculations. They combined science, natural remedies, prayer, and unblocking of the channels through energy manipulation, all of which is documented in ancient medical literature, which is considered to be the oldest medical records in existence today. The keeping of medical records helped move forward what was once strictly spiritual cures to more practical solutions. Many medical historians say this was a major breakthrough in the history of medicine. Medical documents date back to around 1500 BC, with retranscribed materials dating back to almost 3400 BC. It's a 20-meter-long scroll. The Ebers Papyrus and Edwin Smith Papyrus are the oldest preserved medical documents in existence. Number 7. The development of personal hygiene. As if those Egyptians haven't given us enough, they are widely considered the first civilization to begin looking into personal hygiene as a way to keep well. Doctors from the time would advise people to wash regularly and shave their bodies to prevent infections. They also warned people to eat carefully and avoid unclean animals and raw fish. For soap, Egyptians used natron, a scented paste sometimes mixing animals and vegetable oils with alkaline salts. The soap-like material was used for bathing and treating skin diseases. Excavations have found evidence of public bathhouses, which had showers, stone basins, and a stove to heat the bath water. Some homes even had their own baths, toilets, and personal washing stations. They also cleaned their clothes and used a wide variety of oils and herbs to maintain cleanliness. Number 6. Cosmetics. Both sexes from this ancient culture wore makeup. Back then, cosmetics were used for medical reasons as well as for vanity's sake. Many wore eye makeup around their eyes in order to help protect from disease. The lead-based makeup had antibacterial properties, which helped prevent infections by killing bacteria. Magic and science were firmly tied together, and it showed in their cosmetics, which were often made by priests who would speak incantations and prayers as they mixed the oils and herbs to create the makeup. Number 5. Egyptian inbreeding. In 2008, Egypt launched an investigation to determine the source of 2 mummified fetuses found in the tomb of King Tut back in 1922. These remains were thought to be the children of the Pharaoh, who were born dead. DNA tests have concluded that these fetuses are the stillborn daughters of King Tut. Further testing has indicated that one of the girls may have had several disorders, including Marfan Syndrome, which would have left her deformed had she survived the journey inside her mother's womb. This evidence has led to the belief that King Tut's wife was actually his half-sister. New evidence also suggests that King Tut's parents were brother and sister as well. Could inbreeding have played an important role in the fall of the Egyptian Empire? Number 4. Egyptian cancer patients. Cancer has always been thought of as a strictly modern disease. However, several mummies from ancient Egypt have been discovered which show the telltale signs of the debilitating illness. Perhaps the ancient world and our current world were not so different after all. In 2015, a Spanish university found a mummy which showed significant signs of deterioration from breast cancer. This 4,200-year-old mummy is the oldest victim of breast cancer in history. Another mummy, suffering from consistent cancer lesions, was unearthed as well. This one dates back 3,000 years, and in 2011, a 2,250-year-old male mummy, known as M1, was found with the oldest case of prostate cancer. Researchers are now suggesting the reason cancer wasn't found in mummies of the past is simply a matter of available technology. Possible causes for cancer in ancient times range from bitumen, used for building boats, and smoke from wood-burning chimneys. Number 3. Ancient antibiotics. The earliest signs of antibiotic use have been discovered hidden inside the bones excavated in modern-day Sudan. These ancient bones were found to contain tetracycline, which is still used in modern-day antibiotics. Even the skull of a 4-year-old was found pumped full of tetracycline, suggesting that they were giving the child high doses of the drug to try and cure him of illness. The most popular explanation suggests that yeast producing tetracycline may have been an ingredient of ancient Nubian alcoholic beverages. It is well documented that ancient Egyptians used beer to treat gum disease and other ailments. Number 2. Women doctors. Women are still fighting for their civil rights in this modern era. In America, we're still striving for equal wages. American women have only had the right to vote since 1920. In other parts of the world, women continue to battle for basic human rights and equality, which makes ancient Egypt, again, way ahead of its time. In ancient Egypt, women were offered the same economic, legal, and social positions as men, as evidenced by some of the world's oldest known doctors. Merit Fa, the first female doctor known by name, lived around 2700 BC. The hieroglyphs on her tomb describe her as chief physician. Some 200 years later, another doctor, Fishet, was immortalized on a monument in the tomb of her son, a high priest, which recognized her as the lady overseer of lady physicians, suggesting female doctors were the norm in this ancient, socially equal society. Number 1. Natural remedies. Herbs were a common form of medical treatment in ancient Egypt, and some of these natural remedies are still relevant and utilized today. Here's a list of a few medical problems and the herbs used to help fight them, found in the ancient Egyptian writings. Asthma, honey and milk, sesame, and frankincense. For headaches, poppy seeds and aloe. Burns and skin diseases, aloe. Pain relief, thyme. Digestive problems, juniper, mint, garlic, and sandalwood. Breath freshener, caraway and mint. Chest pains, mustard seeds, aloe, and juniper. Dressing a wound, honey, which is a natural antibiotic. Epilepsy, camphor. Laxatives, onions, parsley, balsam apple, and dill. I saved the best for last, vomiting. Mint to stop it, mustard seeds to induce it.